What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissistic Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness, across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. I use my platform to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about the perspective when a narcissist falls out of love, when the devaluation stage begins and things like that, from the narcissist point of view. Because I told y'all I'm a diagnosed narcissist, so bear with me with this episode right here, y'all. So we all know that during the love bombing phase, the narcissistic person creates this perfect image of you. I know that we as narcissists, a lot of us present ourselves differently. You know what I mean? A lot of us present ourselves differently up front, and people typically do that. You put your best foot forward and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, like, we also create this image of you in our heads. Not all of us, but a lot of us do. We create this image of you in our heads where we think we have, found the one for us. Like, we found the perfect person for us. Like, the person that God, if you believe it, if you're a believer, the person that God has put on this earth, like the piece of my rib and things like that. You know what I mean? So I just there's a lot of them love deeply. We give you everything that you want and need. We ask you a lot of questions about you. We want to know about you and things like that. We want to know everything about you. We just do. A lot of people, like, yeah, I'm telling you, we do. We want to just to please you. We want you to feel for us how we feel for you. Most times, sometimes is a manipulation. Yes, absolutely. Some people lie and deceive and some people lie and deceive you and things like that. But a lot of narcissistic people think we are in love. We think you are the one for us, right? And we're just we're just happy. We're happy. We want to be around you all the time. We want to talk to you all the time. We don't want anybody else to be, we don't want anybody else around you that's going to be a threat to us, or we feel like there's a threat to us. Your friends, your family, anybody who we don't think, especially if we meet them, if we meet them and we don't think we gave off a good first impression or a good image, we want to get you away from them. Because we don't want anybody in your ear that's going to tell you not to talk to us. It's going to tell you not to deal with us and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So it happens. We want to get you to ourselves. We care about you. We want you so badly. And then one day, boom. Just from my perspective, one day we wake up and it looks different. You know what I mean? One day we wake up and you look different. The world looks different. Like, we don't feel the same way. Something has happened that shatters that perfect image that we had of you in our minds. You've told us about your past. You said something out the way. You set a boundary. Something does it, y'all. And it's like, it's always going to happen. There is an emotional expiration date on most relationships with narcissistic people. There just is. There's an emotional expiration date. Sooner or later, it's going to expire. The emotional connection is going to expire. I didn't say go. I didn't say dim a little bit. I said expire. And you'll feel it too, because you'll wake up one day, just like we wake up one day, and you'll feel that we're treating you different. You feel that we're looking at you different. You think it's just a little phase or whatever. But sooner or later, you realize it's not a phase. This is it. This is how it's going to be from now. And you don't like that. And it just inside a narcissist's brain is super frustrated to go from in love to out of love in the next day, a few hours or something like that. It's extremely frustrating. And as a narcissist myself, like, you get frustrated with the person that you're dealing with because you feel like they've lied to you. And yeah, a lot of it has to do with part of the narcissist still caring about you, and still, like, part of the narcissistic person might still care about you. It might still feel a certain type of way about you. But there's another part that treats you like a liar, like a manipulator. There's another part that treats you because they feel like you lied to them. Because that's why sometimes they'll emotionally discard you, but they'll physically keep you around. It's like there's a struggle going on within our own heads that we don't like you. We kind of hate you, that type of stuff right there. But we also want to keep you around because we did care about you. What happened? And because I'm self-aware now, because I've been in therapy for 5 years now, I understand that, like, it's within me. Like, nobody can ever live up to the image that I set for them, because I can't live up to the image that I've set for myself. You see what I'm saying? I project my own inner insecurities, my own faults onto the next person, just like a lot of narcissists do. We project how we feel about ourselves onto other people. We just do. We project that. We project how we feel about ourselves onto other people. And then it just goes from there, y'all. It really, really does, you know? And it's super frustrating, especially being self-aware, because self-awareness, you know, if I was to get another relationship, if I were like somehow, some reason were to get divorced or become separated or single or something like that now, it's just super frustrating to know that one day if I do get into another relationship, that sooner or later, that emotional expiration date will be, the clock is ticking. You know what I mean? The clock will be ticking because I'm self-aware. The clock will be ticking on it. This relationship, like sooner or later, it's going to expire. Sooner or later, that clock is going to go off and it's not going to come back on. You know what I mean? So I would just savor and suck it up, or I would just retreat within myself and just try not to fall in love again. You see what I'm saying? I think that's more along the lines what I would lean to if I were to become single again. I would just, not get into any more serious relationships. I would just be, just a narcissistic cheek clapper. No, I'm joking. But seriously, that's how it goes, though. I just feel like, you'll know when a narcissist wakes up and looks at you different, when they start treating you different, when you try to hug them or touch them or something like that, and they just I don't want to be touched right now. You mean I don't want to be touched right now. I don't want to be held right now. I don't want to be messed with right now. You know what I mean? They'll do that type of stuff, y'all. I'm just telling you, 100,000% they'll do that type of stuff. And it just gets to that point. It gets to that mindset where you understand what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with. And I know what people are going to ask, like, is there any way we can keep that light switch on? Like I said, it's like when I wake up one day and look at you differently, it's like the lights go off for the relationship. It's like it goes off. The candle has the fire that was burning so fiercely, it has blown out. The light switch has gone off. The power has been shut off, and there's no generator. There's no generator in a narcissist's heart. You know what I mean? There's nothing going on inside a narcissist. There's not a generator that's going to restart the feelings that I have for you. The fire will never be as intense. The light will never shine as brightly as it did in the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist. But when you're dealing with it, you are trying to get back to the beginning. You're trying to get that feeling back because you felt it. You felt the love. You probably felt the love that was more intense than anything you felt before when it comes to being in a relationship. When it comes to being in love with someone, when it comes to dealing with somebody, is in a relationship in general. You understand the dynamic. You've experienced it and you know it. But it's like I say, it's just super frustrating sometimes, y'all. It just is. I know people, you're going to hear this and you're like, that's BS, Lee. People don't, there's not real love then. There's not real love. I get what you're saying, y'all. This is my perspective. You can have your own perspective. You going to counteract my video? Make a video your own. You know what I mean? Break down my points piece by piece. If you feel that strongly about it and whatnot. But it's just like, it is super frustrating. I'm not trying to get y'all to feel sorry for the narcissistic person in your life. I don't want y'all to feel sorry for them, because if you do, you might stay longer. You might go back to a toxic situation. You might try to fix them. You might try to get them you might try to relight the candle yourself, but you cannot. The reason you can't relight the candle when it's blown out, the love candle when it's blown out, is because it's not your candle and you don't possess the right type of tools to do that. You know what I mean? So once the candle blows out in your relationship, the narcissist, I think a lot of narcissists like the love bombing phase because it feels good. There's so much dopamine going through our system. We feel so good that they want to do it again and again and again. So when the love bombing phase runs out for the narcissistic person, they want to do it with the next person. They want to love bomb the next person. They want to get into a relationship with the next person and love bomb them. They want to feel the intensity. I like the intensity of the love bombing phase. I do. I think a lot of narcissistic people would agree. We like the intensity. We don't like the crash. The intensity starts off so high in these relationships. We don't like the crash that comes along with it later on. You know what I mean? Because there will be a crash, and when it crashes down, it's gonna crash down like a meteor into the earth. You see the movie? You ever seen what's the movie? It's not Armageddon. It's like Armageddon's little brother with Morgan Freeman in it. Dang, I can't think of the name of that movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put the name of the movie in the comment section with Morgan Freeman. I think it was Morgan Freeman. It came out around the same time Armageddon did. But a meteor actually hit the earth. It made those waves as huge and all the other stuff. But yeah, you can't, like I say, I know it's super frustrating dealing with narcissistic and toxic people, y'all. I understand it, because it's also super frustrating being a narcissist. I promise y'all. I think people will see where I'm at right now in my life and my journey. So many people comment in my comment section like, you're proud to be a narcissist, Lee. I'm like, look, y'all, look. I'm proud of I'm proud of where I'm at right now. I'm proud of how far I've came and things like that. I'm not proud to be a narcissist, but narcissists, are not inherently horrible people. They do horrible things. A lot of them do horrible things, but they're not inherently horrible people. It's just they try to defend themselves and hurt people in the process. That's why I want more people, more narcissists to go to therapy and just stop the pain that they're dishing out on other people and things like that. You know what I mean? This is my perspective. That's what I really want to do. That's my goal in these situations. You know what I mean? But y'all see the jacket on? It's the from the brand. It's the I Love Me brand, the self-love brand. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta cop this. The link is gonna be in the description of every single video and also in the podcast as well. But thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Austin, Texas was amazing this past weekend. I'm still coming down off of that, trying to get back into the function of life. Met so many great creators, met so many great people. Thank y'all for coming through to Austin, Texas. Next up, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We'll be in Toronto, November the 19th, 2022. If y'all watching this video later on in the, down the road, 2022. Anyway, check out the narcavengers.com, NARC avengers.com/Toronto to get registered up for Toronto. See y'all there. Like and subscribe for more mental illnesses out. Peace.